Merhaba, my adults. Thank you for tuning in to M for Adults, the correct podcast to listen at your current moment in time and life right now. As you can only listen to really listen to one podcast at a time, and I'm glad that you chose mine. This is the third episode. I'm a little more confident this time around, not nearly as nervous. I am your host, Tristen, and of course, as always, my lovely host, fact checker, Sherry. We have the air conditioner going. It's I don't know if you can hear it in the back. Don't you dare turn that off. It's hot.
Okay.
Don't you dare turn that off. It's hot in here. You guys are going to have to suffer because I am going to suffer without it. So, user interaction. Email us with whatever you want, any opinions you have on any episodes or whatever. I'd like to start a user interactive segment. That's probably not going to be the name. It's a really bad name. User interactive segment. It's like cookie cutter shit from Walmart.
Just call it the cookie segment. And that'll get attention.
Maybe not. Probably not. Okay. Anyway, so the email I would like you guys to email is workwiththemadults@gmail.com. That is workwiththemadults@gmail.com. It's literally adults with an M in front of it. That was an inside joke. The reason we chose M from adults is because it was an inside joke from yours truly, Sherry, actually. That's a fun story, but that's for another time. Only if somebody emails me and asks. Right? Whatever. That's fine.
Nice.
Today we're just going to talk about sports, and I'm not like, oh, Colin Kaepernick busted his knee up charging a rhino or whatever. I don't know. What do you think? That was really bad.
Well, that's what I thought at first.
Peyton Manning broke his ankle trying to get fruit cocktail out of the pantry.
I was like, I don't care about professional sports. Do we have to talk about it?
No, we're not going to be talking about, like, professionally. We're just going to be talking about, like... Look, I'll lead it. You'll understand. It mostly focuses on t-ball, the one sport I'm good at, and kickball. And then after that, we're going to go into my week in review. It just seems like every single time I go to Tops, some wackos there down here in Louisiana. Jeez.
Oh, boy. Now that's...
What? Wisconsin didn't have any more cheese. We had to move to Louisiana for the chicken.
Okay.
All right, maybe we should have discussed this before we started.
Yeah.
I don't understand what you're getting at. But anyway, so sports. In 4th grade, I played baseball. How awesome is that? Not awesome, right?
But
it's better because before that, at some undetermined point in my life when I was a child, I played t-ball. And let me tell you, I couldn't be more embarrassed. T-ball just seems kind of humiliating to me, looking back at it. But that's probably because even with the ball on a stick, that it isn't nobody's pitching it, I still couldn't hit it. I'd always hit the rod, and it would always end up take your base, right? So I don't know. I was thinking about it the other day, just t-ball. And how it's supposed to make it easier to get into baseball, right? Like, I have done zero research on t-ball and its history. So this is purely speculation.
Oh boy.
Let me tell you.
I got my work cut out for me today as the fact checker.
Yeah, you better be ready.
Here I go.
So t-ball is supposed to, as I see it, help introduce you to baseball and, like, the formula of you hit the ball, you run around the bases, if you're the batter, and if you're a fielder, you catch the ball and try to get the batters out. Right? That's what I feel t-ball really is. And I got to thinking, how come I've never heard of any other sports that have been t-ballified? You know? Like, why is baseball the only one? I guess it's easy because you could just put the ball on there and hit it with a bat. That's pretty obvious. But I want to try to come up with ideas on how to t-ballify other sports. Are you looking at Leo?
No.
Is he rocking around in here? Oh, Leo
He's
is
sleeping in his cat bed in the kitchen.
Leo is the cat mascot of this podcast.
Guest kitty.
You say guest. He's a guest every single day. Does that not make him a live-in?
That's a good point.
Well, anyway, we're going to T-ballify other sports. So,
Oh, I came up with a good one already. I'm ready.
Okay, well, enlighten me.
So, like...
Firstly, what's a sport?
Swimming.
Okay, now I'm very interested. I'm very interested.
You get one floaty on your arm.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it
Why
makes it
wouldn't
easier.
you do 2 arms?
Because it's not supposed to be the most easy. Because, like, T-ball, like, it doesn't guarantee that you're going to hit the ball.
Are you just saying that because I screwed it up?
No.
Because I feel like that they're literally just giving you the ball.
No. I think a lot of kids have trouble with that. I'm pretty sure I did. I think we had a T-ball when we were kids, and I struggled to hit the ball correctly.
So you're saying just because it's the T-ball isn't perfect, that swimming one floaty
Yes. Because...
should just be not perfect?
Yeah, like... Yes.
See,
because T-ball doesn't guarantee that you'll hit the ball every time. It just guarantees that it's easier. Or it doesn't even guarantee that it's easier.
I mean, it guarantees that the ball is right in your face.
Yeah. I think it's because it's not moving. It's supposed to be easier. But for me... So, okay. So with, like, playing Ultimate Frisbee, if I'm trying to throw the disc to somebody that's running, it's easier for me to do that than if that person was standing still. So I think for, like, T-ball, it's easy. It's supposed to be easier if the ball's not moving for you to hit it, but it's not a guarantee that you're going to. Just like in Frisbee, in Ultimate, it should be easier for me to hit a target that's standing still, but it's actually easier for me to hit a moving one.
Isn't that just because you're so used to them moving?
Yeah. Probably.
Well, here's my take on swimming. I strongly disagree with one arm floaty. I feel like they should just go with 2.
Okay.
But
that's fair. I'm not married to the one floaty idea.
Here's my idea. Wading pool. We drain the water down to nothing but your ankles. And you basically run through it.
That's a very drastic...
Well,
I thought you were going to say, oh, no, not one floaty, 2 floaties. And then I was going to be like, yeah, I can get on board with that.
Well, I had
now
already said 2 floaties, but I disagree with the floaties in general. I mean, T-ball, is the T really like a handicap?
I think it's supposed to be, yeah.
But how are you? But then you're like, when you have floaties, you are helping them not drown.
Right, and if you have the T-ball, you're helping them to be able to hit the ball. Hopefully,
I guess
making it easier for them to hit the ball.
Yeah, but okay, all right. Maybe the floaties are a better idea than the wading pool. Like, can you just imagine how funny that would be? Like, if you just drain a pool down to nothing but your ankles and just had people race in that. I mean, that'd be hilarious because you just hear all the stomping and sloshing.
Yeah.
And I don't think anybody would be able to take it seriously. I can't imagine like somebody running through like serious dead face.
Well, especially like like if you're thinking about like, not that it's Olympics because the T-ball's not Olympics or anything, but if you're thinking about like Olympic pool where it's got like the shallow end and then it goes like down and then goes into the deep end and then you're like trying to run down the very steep
the hill.
Yeah.
No, I was thinking like just a regular in-ground pool. I don't even know what Olympic pools look like. And that's funny because I played through the entirety of Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games 2020. I don't even know what the pool looks like. Don't you even start, Leo.
Oh.
Don't you even start. Yeah, that's what I thought. Leo's being bad, I'm sorry. So we'll have to agree to disagree on swimming. So here's the next sport. The first one I thought about was volleyball. So how would you T-ballify volleyball? And if you don't have an idea, I can go first.
Okay, so I don't think this is perfect 101, but I just pictured tetherball. Because it's like you put the ball on a string on a stick and it can't get away from you and hit it.
Well, I wouldn't. Okay, so let's modify that. Don't rub up against the microphone, dumb cat.
He just wants to be part of the podcast.
Yeah, but he just wants to get into stuff that he's not supposed to get into. Now he's just... Okay, there goes a pop filter. Sorry, hold on. Technical difficulties. You're going to be grounded. You're going to have no affection privileges pretty soon here.
Aww, that's not true, Leo.
But so we'll bounce off your idea for tetherball or whatever. So if you get the volleyball like tethered from the ceiling and like on a rail system, so that way it doesn't like it's not tethered to one single point.
But it never touches the ground.
Yeah, it never touches the ground, but it's able to freely move around. I think that'd be pretty good. Now here's the issue: how do people win?
Exactly, you'd never be able to score any points.
How do people win?
Everybody could take a nap.
So here's how I counter that. So if we go off the ceiling rails tether idea, giant fan on the floor, and it's constantly blowing up.
Or, I mean, you could make it like a bungee so it would slow down, but that would also kind of make it harder for people to hit.
Yeah.
But I do like the giant fan. I think
Blowing
that would
up.
be chaos.
It's like an anti-gravity chamber, but for volleyball.
I mean, why don't you put everybody in one? Like, you know how they have those chambers for simulating skydiving?
Yes, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, do that, but the entire gymnasium is a floor. You know, or the entire gymnasium floor is nothing but a big fan.
Yeah.
My idea for T-balling volleyball was to have like a serving cannon, where it would serve like randomly in every single time to the other side, perfectly. So that way, like, the server would never mess up. Then again, I feel like there would be, I don't know, like, no serving aces. I don't know enough about sports to, like, know how a serving cannon would hinder the flow of volleyball. You know, all I know is that I get competitive when it comes to sports. I've sprained my ankle on the court before. That should tell you how serious I was. I was 350 pounds. I was 350 pounds. I'm trying to spike this shit. Laying on the side. Oh, my God. It hurt. It hurt, and nobody believed me when I was injured.
Because you always act like you are.
Yeah.
That's your own fault.
I'm more of an actor than I am a sportsman. So I would always, oh no, I'm hurt. Ah, sucker. Look at that. I served right in your freaking box, dummy. So I'm sitting on the ground, and I'm like, I'm actually hurt. And the coach and the gym teacher's like, wait, are you serious? You actually hurt? I'm like, yes, I'm actually hurt. He's like, well, can you roll over to the sidelines? I was like, yeah, I can roll over to the sidelines, and my ankle was like completely red, and this was college, right? This was college. Like I'm 19 or whatever, how old I was at college, but that was the end of that semester.
That was another semester.
Well, I mean, the gym semester. I mean, I couldn't play anymore. I had to do, like, writing stuff.
End of your volleyball career.
Yeah. It was over before it started. So that's volleyball. What do you guys think? Email me who has the correct opinion here. It's usually me, but... Yeah, she's rolling her eyes right now. All right, we're going to move on to the next one. How about football? And I'm talking American football with the pigskin. How would you T-ballify that? I had nothing. I was thinking about it, and I had nothing. I was thinking about, like, everybody moves back, and there's like a machine quarterback that would like always hike it to you. But isn't it part of the charm of football to like try to outplay your opponents?
Yeah.
And not have them know like what you're gonna do and all that stuff. So all that sneaky stuff, like volleyball and swimming is pretty cut and dry. You can't really like fake anybody out per se. Not that I know of, at least. But football is all about the mind games and stuff. And if I'm not mistaken, that's what contributes to being so popular. Is because there's like all these plays, and I'm like, I don't get into football. My dad used to watch it. I don't think he ever played. He never played. He just watched it. I feel like he just watched it as an excuse to eat chips and dip. But who needs an excuse for that?
Yeah, just do it.
But I just can't pay attention to like all 20 people at once. And it's like, oh, you can watch the ball. Like, it's really hard in football. Because everybody has it so close to their chest and stuff. And they're like running. And they're running and sliding and tackling. They're hurting each other.
Yeah.
They're hurting each other out on that field. You want me to get happy about it? You want to get happy about people getting concussions?
Isn't it the most dangerous sport or something? Like with the most concussions or head injuries or something?
No, I'll tell you what the most dangerous sport is.
Oh boy, here we go.
The Puppy Bowl.
Oh.
It always plays.
Dangerous to your heart.
It's dangerous because the dude could slip and duke. He could slip and duke, break his neck. I want you to find a football game where somebody slips on a duke. You can't do it. With the puppy bowl, there's feces everywhere. There's a waterfowl and a solid fowl. There's fouls everywhere. Everybody's fouling. Nobody plays by the rules in a puppy bowl. It's chaos. It's chaos
And
in the
they're
puppy
so
bowl.
cute.
And they keep stepping into drinking water. They're drinking out there. That's chemical warfare. Biological terror. That's the most dangerous sport, let me tell you. Anyway, I couldn't T-ballify football. I got off track. But I get the Super Bowl. I feel like the Super Bowl, it's like, at some point, nobody's going to care about football anymore. And people are still going to watch the Super Bowl as, number one, to watch the commercials. Because they're basic. And number two, to party. Everybody's always looking for an excuse to party.
That's what we did. My group of friends, we never watched the Super Bowl, but I was like, well, we had planned a game night, and I was like, you know what? Let's do Super Bowl foods, even though we're not watching it. I just want to have chips and salsa and little pigs in a blanket and whatever, and it was delicious.
What about spicy hot wings to the point where the toilet's your best friend for the next 48 hours?
No.
I don't think that's what
Pass.
we did. We just did Puppy Bowl, and I ate whatever. I was
Puppy
fat.
Bowl was cool, too.
I was 350 pounds. So I just take the Super Bowl as an excuse. We never had a Super Bowl party. Dad just watched it. And Mom was like, oh, let's watch the Puppy Bowl. And so I'm like, yeah, let's watch the Puppy Bowl. At least I can learn something. You know, I never got football. I never got it.
It's not very fun for me to watch.
So
There's like so much little action in like the entire time you're watching.
yeah, it's very, very explosive. It's like, look at they're setting up. They're setting.
Yeah, like
yeah,
sprinters,
it's
like
going. Oh
watching
shit!
sprinters.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's down. All right, we're setting up.
Yeah.
We're setting up. It's just like football is designed to have very, very long eating breaks in between the explosive
They knew what
action.
they were doing.
It's like, all right, the ball's down. You can dip like a half a bag of chips now and eat it before something else happens.
Mm-hmm.
You know, look at these guys run. Oh no, he's getting carried off the field. Time for a burger. You know, that's just how I see it. I know fan is short for fanatic. And these people are crazy.
That's true.
Sports fans are crazy.
I don't even like watching sports in general. Like I always said I'd rather play the sport than watch it.
Exactly. And that's why I don't really play like sports games or anything like that.
Oh my gosh, no. I cannot understand. Like, I don't understand NBA or FIFA.
FIFA's so huge.
And I also don't understand how they can make the same game year after year. People Is it different? It must be different players every year.
I don't even know. But it's like I remember in FIFA 20 they still had like FIFA 19 textures in it and stuff. It was bizarre.
Rocket League. I can watch Rocket League.
Yeah, Rocket League. Well, Rocket League is like jet-powered cars and stuff. At least that's something different.
Yeah.
You know, like Mario sports games. Oh, Mario Strikers. Man, the boys got sweaty playing that. You know, they were going head to head. The last one is soccer. The most popular sport in the world. The one where you kick the ball around. How would you T-ballify soccer? I would. Here's what I would do. The soccer ball is magnetic, and everybody wears magnets in their shoes. Helps control the ball better, because it's always stuck to your shoes. So you don't have to dribble it.
You don't even have to control it at that point.
Yeah, you
it
could
just sticks to you.
Yeah, you just walk with it. You walk in the ball.
It'd be hard to kick it somewhere though and get it going fast. Like it'd be hard to take a shot.
Okay. Then I will update it. Soccer T-ball 1.1. Every player has a button that deactivates the magnets.
I was gonna say maybe one shoe attracts and one shoe repels. Like it's the opposite polarity.
That's messed up. You have people
that'd be so difficult
doing leg spaghetti on the field pretty soon here. What if the goalie was allowed to use their hands? That'd be crazy, right? The goalie can use their hands, can he?
Yeah.
I don't watch sports. I just played Mario Soccer. You used to murder alligators in Mario Soccer.
Oh, you know what they did in when we played Ape Escape, when we played Monkey Soccer. Oh
yeah, I remember Ape Escape.
I was just gonna say I thought you could use like special powers on the field, but maybe I don't know if that's true.
Wasn't the soundtrack for that game slapping? Wasn't that like a romp?
I don't remember.
You don't remember? whatever. Dude, I know every single song to Gex.
Yes, I know you
64
do.
to Gex or whatever. Whatever. You're just a hater. You're a hater. I'm done talking about this. My soccer t-ball idea was right. Do you have an idea?
For soccer?
T-ball. Yeah, t-ball soccer right now. Do it.
Maybe if the...
No, you got nothing?
No.
Yeah,
can't think of
see, I'm the
anything.
correct opinion, man.
I just can't think of something that... Because, like, with T-ball, there's action focused on one person at a specific time.
Yeah,
and so you
true.
make that one action easier. So that's
That is
kind of
true.
easier because in baseballs, like, or whatever, baseball, T-ball is the only sport I can think of that's really like that.
Yeah, no, and that's why I thought it was interesting to think about.
Yeah.
You know, that's something to think about. What do you guys think? Let me know. I gave you the email. I'm not going to repeat it anymore. I'm going to try and tone down it. Like the first episode was 4. That was 4. Did I already mention I made a tasteless joke last episode? Like last episode we recorded, and I'm still like conflicted whether to cut it out completely or just leave it in because I like to think of myself as a comedian, right? So I have to push boundaries. That's what comedians do. And I made a tasteless joke about Hitler last episode.
My vote is cut it.
So Sherry wants to cut it.
Because even so,
I mean, I thought it was funny, like regardless of tasteless or not. I mean, everybody's gonna roll their eyes. But it was like part of being a comedian is cringing, is making people cringe too.
but
when you don't land.
also punching up, not down.
Okay, fine. All right, I'll try to.
And also, like, let
I'll
your
cut it.
viewers get to know that you're
Yeah,
not.
I'll cut it. It's hard to separate the character from the person. Like me as a adult, as a quote unquote adult, this is a character, right? And it's very, very influenced by my comedic style in real life. Like I will make tasteless jokes occasionally. I stray from them a lot, though. Like I'm more of a reactionary. I'd say I'm a reactionary, like almost slapstick kind of person. Like you show me a monkey like slipping on a banana peel and he like falls down the stairs or something, I'm gonna think that's the funniest shit, you know. And occasionally I'll make stupid jokes. I gotta push boundaries, but what Sherry says to cut it,
Yeah,
I trust your
protected
word.
class.
I'll trust you.
Limits.
It wasn't really bad. It wasn't horrible.
No, and again, just to reiterate that Tristen, the person, is a very kind and compassionate person, and doesn't go after people like that, and he cares about underprivileged and all of that stuff.
Lay it on, baby. Lay it on. Lay it on.
But cut the joke.
Okay, yeah, whatever. I'll cut the joke. I'll cut. Yeah, no, I'm very compassionate in reality. I'm very compassionate. I do make stupid jokes regardless of whatever. I'm white. You know, I'm white, and I know, like, there are things I can't say or joke about, and it'll just be stupid. And Sherry is a lovely Korean woman from Korea, born and sent to the United States. I feel like this is dangerous. I'm going to step away from this for a second. I'm just going to talk about my week in review. First, I'm going to sip some water. Sherry, you got anything you want to say? Here comes Leo.
Leo, Gust Kitty. Aw,
Very profound. Get your...
buddy.
He almost put his butthole in my water.
Sign of affection.
Okay, whatever. he's got to taint my water to prove that he loves me.
That's a pun.
Like, imagine me making you breakfast tomorrow and I shit in your bacon. I'm like, it's because I like it.
He didn't shit in it, though.
Well, you might as well have. All right. Tomorrow I'm gonna wipe my ass with bacon and give it to you.
It's not like he carpet dragged.
Well, now he's trying to drink out of it. See, Leo, you're the reason why bullies still exist in the world.
Why bullies still exist.
Yeah.
He's just doing his cat
How was
thing.
that? You laughed. You laughed at that.
Right. Oh. He's biting your
Where?
headset. Stop.
Leo. Hey.
See, he just wants your attention.
Yeah, see, he's
Is this cat theory? Okay, we're going to have to talk maybe about cat psychology sometime.
Well,
and now that you called him a bully and made fun of his butt,
I didn't call him a
wants to
bully.
get your attention.
No, I'm telling him the reason I need to bully him is because he keeps trying to drink out of my water.
So then he moved on because he wants attention to doing something that he knows you don't like.
Oh, whatever. I mean, I'm going to go to my week in review. I need to talk about this. Tops. Man, Tops. There's always some wacko here shopping at Tops. But I'm not talking about Tops right now. I'm going to talk about Panera Bread. Bagel Tuesdays. So, here's how this went down. I'm at work. I work about 11 hours a day. It sucks. I hate it. But Tuesday around here, Panera Bread does Bagel Tuesdays. Am I right?
Yes, it is Baker's Dozen Bagel Tuesdays.
Okay. So this would be the second time he ordered. The first time around, it went by pretty well. They packaged each type of bagel separately, wrapped it in bags,
It was
packed
exactly
in a nice
what we
little
ordered.
box. It was nice.
Yeah.
This time around, I got out of work, and it's a disaster. I pull up to Panera Bread, and they're about to close. Right.
And it's a different place, too. This is important because it was a different Panera than the first
Yeah,
time.
this is a different Panera. And the lady that helped me out, she's an absolute sweetheart, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I still came out victorious in the end, to say the least. So I pull up to this Panera, and Sherry loves her some Asiago bagels. I saw in the order she ordered 6 of them. And I was like, dang, she likes some Asiago. So she walks up to me, hands me the bag. She's like, we're out of Asiago. And I was like, oh, no. And she's like...
That's like half the order.
Like, oh, Sherry. They only had 2, if I'm not mistaken. 2, right?
But that wasn't even like... At first, they were just like, oh, we're completely out.
Yeah, they were missing 2 out of the 6. So and they're like, if you want, we can get you some cookies, or we can get you some cookies. I think that was the only thing. I was like, okay, what kind of cookies do you have? She said, we have chocolate chip, we have oatmeal riz, and we have kitchen sink. I was like, kitchen sink?
What does that mean?
Kitchen... That's what I said. What's a kitchen sink cookie? She's like, oh, it's like caramel pretzel.
Ooh,
And I was like, well, why not call it like a caramel pretzel cookie? What does that have to do with kitchen sink? What kind of kitchen sinks are you? Do you see on a daily basis have caramel and pretzels in it?
I wish mine did.
Well, I have frozen soft pretzels in there. You could toss a pretzel in and find some caramel. You're on your own for caramel. I don't have caramel. But I was like, okay, well, give me down for 2 chocolate chip, a kitchen sink, and an oatmeal. And she goes in, she comes back out, and she's like, oh, here are your cookies. And at that point, I already texted you. I'm like, they forgot, they didn't have any more of your Asiago.
Mm-hmm.
So we swiped the last of the
sad.
Asiago. And oh my goodness, the text, man, she was like calling to burn down Panera. And it was great. No, she didn't say that.
It was sad, not angry.
Yeah, it was all sad. It was sad. She's going to cry all over Panera, the whole chain. But she comes back out to hand me these cookies, and I was like, is there any way that you could actually swap these for everything bagels? And she said, okay, yeah, let me go check. She goes back in, I'm waiting, and I'm like, I'm not even going to tell her that. I'm just going to come back, and it's like, joke's on you. Joke's on you. I didn't actually get the cookies. So she comes out, she's like, yeah, so we only had 2 everything bagels. Like, do you have anything? In Panera, do you have anything? But she's like, we decided to give you all the cookies. I was like, okay, I come out a winner. So we ended up with a baker's dozen minus 2 bagels and 4 cookies, which I don't think was a bad trade-off. And I'm driving home like, yeah, look at me playing the system. Even though I was like very, very polite. And she was very, very polite. And I was just like, oh, a nice victory for a nice exchange. So I pull up, and I'm like, look at this. I have 3 bags. They packed them all in 3 bags. And they didn't even wrap it in plastic.
Yeah, they
just
in
tossed
the
it,
paper
and they're all rock hard. And these last 2 everything bagels aren't even sliced.
Yeah.
That's another...
I'd ordered all sliced, and they weren't sliced.
Well, you can order them not sliced?
Mm-hmm.
What the... Who would want that?
Well, okay, so I heard this. So my coworker told me, unconfirmed, I haven't looked, but once they're sliced, it's considered they did labor or something, so there's like tax on it. So people maybe order them unsliced so it's less money. But like, we don't have a bagel slicer, and
yeah, that's for sure.
I don't know what difference it makes, like how much, if it's worth it.
Imagine,
so I always order them sliced.
Imagine charging a tax to slice through a bagel. Like, what is up? What is? I'm calling you out, Panera, right now. You and the adults, M from Adults podcast are enemies at this point.
Uh-oh.
Because you charge a tax on slicing your bagels, I've heard through the grapevine, and I cannot verify for a fact. But and I'll tell you, it was definitely labor. I'd rather pay the tax to get them sliced because I'm trying to toast this everything bagel.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tackle the ones that aren't sliced right now because they should be softer and not stale. Boy, was I wrong. Boy, was I right. I forgot that bagels are notorious for being rock hard.
Yeah.
So I'm toasting it. I'm trying to slice it. I'm like, maybe if I warm it up. No, it doesn't do it. Stupid me toasting in the toaster. I'm making it crispy on the outside.
Oh.
And I'm still trying to rip through it. I'm cutting it through a butter knife that has like no teeth. Right, that was my first mistake.
Well,
second time I went through with a
toaster dries it out. Microwave gets the moisture, can get the moisture.
I considered microwaving it. It's like that's just an extra step. I don't want to use another appliance.
I don't blame you.
I was
This
like,
whole
all
thing
right,
was a
whatever.
debacle.
I'll use the bread knife, and the bread knife was better. I forgot we have a bread knife. All right, until I confirmed the existence of the bread knife on the first time. I'm like, I'm gonna butter it with a butter knife. I don't want to waste it or have to dirty a knife. Big mistake. I'll never do it again. I'll never accept unsliced bagels again.
Yeah.
What a joyous part of human existence, though, to have bagels come pre-sliced.
Like, it's the same thing, like, sliced bread, that's the saying. Everybody's like, it's the greatest thing since sliced bread. Sliced bread is the standard for great things. And sliced bagels are basically the same thing, except better, because bagels are thicker and harder to cut.
Yeah. You know Betty White is older than sliced bread?
Maybe I had heard that.
I feel like I told you that. That's one of my favorite little facts. Like, Betty White's older than sliced bread.
Yeah. But yeah.
Betty White's awesome.
She is.
She better stay safe.
It was way more awesome than the second Panera trip because everything that was great about the first one did not apply to the second one.
But the bagels are still... Oh, they're okay. I prefer Thomas Brand bagels.
But you did get the cinnamon swirl this time.
Yeah, and I haven't even had one because I started to die.
Oh.
So yeah, that segues beautifully into the next part. That was my Panera bread debacle. Louisiana, man. There's some really interesting Panera breads down here.
Gotta get the right one. It's hit or miss. 50-50 chance.
This makes me want to move. This makes me want to move. But I started on my diet again of less than 2,000 calories a day. I'm not going crazy like last time. That'll be an episode in and of itself. You know, me talking about my weight loss and stuff like that. That'll be a dedicated thing because that can spur up a very, very deep conversation, and it's something I feel very passionate about.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's become part of my identity. My weight, even though I'm a chunky boy.
What's that song? The song because you keep singing.
Oh.
Well, the other one that you were obsessed with, like the past few weeks.
Oh no! We're not gonna say that.
We're
on
not
the
gonna
podcast.
talk about that.
No, we can't.
Okay.
Can't. It's copyright material.
That's funny.
Unfortunately. Man, it's a bop though. It's a bop, that song. Yeah, we've been going for 33 minutes. Might as well spoil you with this weird old dream I had the other night before I wrap it up.
Yay.
So, Sherry, she has to wake up early for work or whatever, and I was playing games till like 1 in the morning. I roll into bed or whatever. And when it gets hot, I start dreaming very, very, very weird things. And it's very consistent. Like in the sun, I run hot. I don't like the heat. I don't like it at all. So I wake up one morning, I roll over to Sherry. I'm like, Sherry, let me tell you about this crazy dream I had last night. And she's like, oh, okay, go for it. And so I start explaining, all right, you and I were in like Tops or something. And it has to be Tops because that's where the weirdos are. I gotta say, their pick 5 for 20, though, is pretty solid. Like, I got a lot of chicken. But whatever. So let me try to lay it out. So just imagine that there's just one aisle right now, and it was a normal grocery store, but the scene takes place across one aisle that would be across from the deli counter. So you got your deli counter, and then there's some space, quite a bit of space, and then there's another aisle. Okay, and when we get the vodcast going, I will repeat this and dance. I will do it, but Sherry and I, we round the corner. She's pushing the cart, and my pants are a little loose on me for some reason. There's these 2 old ladies like looking at horseradish or something on this aisle. So we round the corner for this aisle, and they're immediately here. And one of them looks at me, and she's like, pull your pants up. And I was like, okay. So I pulled it down a little bit, bent over, and started like shaking my ass. And I was also going, oh, 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 oh. And everybody started laughing. The lady started laughing. I laughed. Sherry laughed. And then we go around into the corner in the same aisle we came out of for some reason. And then I woke up. Like, that was all I could remember from the dream. But can you imagine what Sherry must have thought? Like, she had to get up early for work. It was like 6:30 in the morning. And I went to bed at 1. But she has to go to work. And I roll over and tell her that was my dream.
It was hilarious.
I just, dreaming in general, I love that stuff. The fact that just these random worlds can be created where an old lady can yell at me for having my pants low and I can style on her like that and she'd just get over it. She would say, she'd go home and tell her husband or wife or whatever. She's like, at Tops, man. The Tops are all the weirdos are. Oh my goodness, do I shop at Tops because I'm weird?
Oh, maybe we are the weird ones. Too.
No, we're not the weird one. I'm pretty normal on public. I'm pretty reserved. Like, maybe I get excited when I find Klaus and Del Minis.
Yeah.
But
we'll have to think about this.
I'm not weird. Well, I am weird, but not at Tops. At Tops, I'm normal. What have I done? Are you accusing me? What have I done? You need to tell me right now so I can fix this.
No, I need to think about. The only thing I think about is how mad you got at the express lane.
Don't even.
But
if you didn't see the last episode, you want me to complain about splitting a 40 for corn? Go watch it. I'm gonna tell you. What am I gonna tell you? What did we talk about before that? The most important thing was the Tops corn on the Cobb incident. What was before that? I have my notes here, but I don't feel like flipping to it. I don't know. The first episode was vanilla
pizza.
And the second episode was some. Oh, okay, it's bothering me. What is it? It's the food being blue conversation where KFC instead of red and white, blue and white,
like logos and stuff.
See, I can't even remember that. All I can remember is how I just freaked out about the Tops Express lane being. You know what? That's not.
I shouldn't have even opened.
That's not. The can of worms are open. I'm ready to eat. I'm ready to. I'm sorry. I can't help an addiction. I can't. I was thinking about that could be my phrase. Like, I can't help it, but I can't help it. I have an addiction, but I say it like this. I can't help it. I have an addiction. I'm going to start saying that whenever somebody tells me I get passionate about something. I can't help it. I have an addiction. You think I could take off? Like, I'm just picturing like merchandise. Or I can't help it. I have an addiction. It's all one word. With a big,
have an addiction?
Big orange. No.
Oh.
We're not doing that.
Oh.
We're not doing that. I have an addiction.
I have an addiction.
I have an addiction. Well, anyway, I think that about wraps it up for now. We've been going for about 38 minutes. When I first started this podcast, I had like this neurotic need to try to get it to an hour for some reason. I'm like, no, we don't need to waste time or like stretch things out for no reason.
Yeah.
But now I just want to discuss goals for the show. Since we're recording episode 3 right now, and at this point, I want to try to upload now that I have a little bit of a backlog. Ooh. So I'm going to work on mixing this audio and getting it up, getting a domain name and stuff like that. And if it so happens that the user interaction email changes from workwithamadults@gmail.com to a different host name, whatever, I'll still check the first email. I'll just check 2 emails. Excuse me. I roasted broccolis and carrots earlier.
Delicious.
It was pretty good. I didn't mess it up with pepper this time. I went easy on the pepper. But I still want to get 10 episodes filmed and done. And now I'm going to start uploading and working on that. I'm going to dedicate my day tomorrow to that after we pack up and move somewhere else. Louisiana. That's where we are right now. But I think that wraps it up for this episode. I think it was a solid episode. We had some good opinions. We had some Sherry opinions.
Wow.
Burn! I'm just kidding. Your opinion. I value your opinions, and I value you as a person.
Okay.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Did it feel like I was getting really close to you? That I moved into the microphone? Is it becoming ASMR? Hearing my voice?
Yes, that's very good microphone play.
Ew. Don't say it like that. Microphone etiquette. Let's not get sick. It's nasty. I'll talk to you later. Microphone play? That sounds bad. That sounds like somebody is like looking up
Explain it to me.
ASMR. It's like, I want to see you. I want to see you eat an enchilada with nothing but your canine teeth and your pinky for sauce spreading. And I'm going to sit back in front of my computer and jerk my little ding-dong
Okay.
until I
That is
splash
too
that
far.
juice all over the monitor. You started it with microphone play.
I did, and then I pretended I did not know what you were talking about.
How was it? How was that though? Did I rattle somebody's bones? Please tell me if I rattled your bones. Say, you rattled my bones. I'm rattling my bones. My bones are fully rattled right now.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna go watch somebody eat an enchilada with nothing but their canines and using their pinky to spread sauce all over it until I get the juice.
Sure, it exists out there.
Well, you're the fact checker.
I'm not checking that
You're
fact.
the fact checker. But yeah, that's it. It was a good episode. You got anything else to add?
Nope.
Yeah, I want to add one thing. I'm sweating bullets right now. It is hot. I'm glistening, I bet you.
I think it's like 75 in here.
Ah, it's hot. When I'm sweating, you're cold, and I don't. It's a dynamic that doesn't function well. We're always at odds. But anyway, I still don't have a goodbye yet. So, I guess I'll just see you next time, guys. This has been Tristen with M from Adults. Good. See you later, my adults. What was that look for?
Nothing.
Okay, well, I think I'm in trouble. I think she found something, and
No.
I gotta go take care of business. All right. Goodbye. See you next time. Later.